and welcome. We'll be going over the introduction to the LogZilla API. For those unfamiliar, LogZilla is a network event orchestrator. What this means is that LogZilla watches information streams, such as log files, it deduplicates, filters, and parses the log event messages, and it will react to those events in real time, from sending out email alerts up to and including automatically remediating problem conditions. For this video, we'll be talking about how powerful LogZilla features that are available through its API. Everything that LogZilla offers through the UI and more is available through direct access to the LogZilla API. The LogZilla API is accessible via standard HTTP or HTTPS requests, so you can access the API functionality as simple as using curl or wget commands, besides, of course, having simple programmatic access. First, let's talk about what you can do by using the API. To see what functionality is available through the API, go to the URL of the LogZilla server /API/docs. Virtually all of LogZilla's functionality is available and documented here. This is the list of API methods. You'll notice that they are categorized first by the data that they operate on, such as dashboards or triggers, then by the ID for the specific data being accessed, and last by the type of action, such as get to retrieve data or post to create a new data element. Let's do a basic example and get the details for a LogZilla dashboard. Here's the curl command to access the API. You'll notice that it is using the URL for that particular method in the API, and that it is sending the auth token to allow access, which we'll describe later. We'll execute, and there it is. We can verify by looking in the LogZilla UI. That's all that's required to make an API request. Certain API requests have lots more detail to be specified, such as when doing a search for log events. Some of that detail is available here at the bottom of the documentation page, indicating what each required data element is. More of the necessary detail is available in the documentation within LogZilla, here in sections 9.2 and 9.3. Now, API access is restricted to only user accounts you have authorized. This is controlled by means of authentication tokens, which we mentioned previously. An authentication token, or Auth token, is a long series of letters and numbers that acts as a key to identify a user. This allows only specified users to use the API. Auth tokens should be kept private because anyone who knows both the user account name and the auth token can then use the API, regardless of where they are and who they really are. Auth tokens persist indefinitely until specifically revoked. Auth tokens are managed by using the LogZilla command line utility. In addition to authentication via tokens, there is an authorization process. This allows you to grant or restrict what each user account can do or see. Authorization is done through the LogZilla settings page. Authorization in LogZilla is handled by means of users and groups. For each group, you specify what users in that group are allowed to do, such as create reports or manage dashboards, and what data they're allowed to access, specifically which hosts or servers they can view. You can manage and create users here, and then in order to control what those users can do, you assign them to the groups for which you've configured permissions. Okay, well that's LogZilla rules. Please feel free to contact us on our website, logzilla.net. We'd be happy to answer any questions. Thanks for watching.